What's up YouTube, Roland here, and I have recently had to do a thing. My smartwatch, which is my Garmin Vivo Active 3, finally broke. I love this watch. I've used it for a few years now, and smartwatch technology, it gets old, it gets beat up, it gets outdated because the software constantly keeps, getting updated, and then they drop the platform. The watch is great. It's just the plastic lugs that hold the watch strap in place finally broke on me, and the watch won't stay on my wrist anymore. So I decided to upgrade to a new smartwatch. And I decided to get the GTR 3 Pro from Amazfit. Amazfit GTR 3, R being round. GTS is the square watch. They make two different versions, and it is Android and iPhone compatible. So I wanted to make sure I got something that can go both routes should I decide to go back to iPhone. I've bounced back and forth a couple times already in my past, and so I go with whatever I like. And I still love my regular mechanical watches, like this really awesome vintage Swatch Scuba circa 1999, and this is the Deutsche Bank edition. But smartwatches are really great for doing things like checking on a quick email or checking a text, or just finding out if there's a meeting that you have coming up from a calendar event while you're on a Zoom call, or while you're in a meeting with somebody and you don't want to be breaking open your laptop or have to dig into your cell phone. You can just take a quick glance at your watch, or you can set it to vibrate when you know that you have a meeting coming up with a 10-minute pre-meeting vibration, so that way it's time to wrap this meeting up and move on to the next one. And so that's why I like smartwatches, because of those functions. The band is beefy, pliable, and still smooth and comfortable, and it allows your skin to breathe. So I wore this all day long, no issues. The watch has some slight curvature on the lugs, which makes it sit a little bit more comfortable on your wrist. It's aluminum, so it's fairly lightweight and it stays cool to the touch. I wanted a watch that still had the ability to look somewhat like a mechanical watch. I like the feeling of those. Some of the newer smartwatches, they have so many features that you would see on a digital watch, like the little stainless steel digital buttons, and it looks very techy. And even though this is a technologically advanced device, the crowns, and I'll see if I can get a close-up of those, the crowns have a beveled edge to them, or at least this crown has a beveled edge to it, which makes it look more like a mechanical watch. And it's functional, so not only can you use the crown to activate the watch and turn it on by pushing the button here, but you can also use the crown to rotate through the submenu. So turning the crown will actually go through the submenu. Even though it is a 1.4-inch Amoled touch display that you can actually manipulate with your finger by touching it, it is cool that the crown can also do that same function. There are smartwatches that have strayed away from the functionality of the touchscreen, and they're just only buttons. But this gives you the best of both worlds. Button and screen all in one compact device. So it has a ton of workouts that you can go in there. I don't use a whole lot of them. I use walking, cycling. I use the indoor bicycle, indoor walking on a treadmill. Those are the main ones I like to use. It has running. It has 150 different workouts that you can use. I also wanted a watch that was going to do heart rate monitoring stuff, just because I want to keep track of those things. Blood oxygenation levels and blood pressure and heart rate monitoring in general, and this does that. So you can actually do blood oxygenation on a regular basis, and I did that today when I just was at the doctor, and I tested the watch along with the actual blood pressure machine that they had at the office, and it lined up with it perfectly. It was 97 or 98% oxygenation, and it lined up perfectly. The watch, that is, lined up perfectly with the blood pressure machine. So I thought it was pretty awesome. I also wanted to stray away from a little bit of the old school display like the Garmin has. So this has a little bit more of the, I guess, not as advanced display. It's not an AMOLED display. It's your basic LED, whereas this one has that AMOLED, awesome high definition display, and it just looks really great. And when you change the watch faces out for other watch faces, which is another thing that I wanted on top of, you know, all the other features, I wanted something that when I put a regular looking watch face on there, it looks cool. And that's what this does. So check this out. I'm going to hold the center down just for a second here, and it's going to let me switch watch dial faces. And the one that I gravitated towards that I liked quite a bit was the Pilot watch. And so I'm going to show you guys that. That was kind of cool looking, man. I love vintage watches, and I love just, I don't know, mechanical watches in general. And for me, the ones that look like the Pilot watches are really stellar. This one looks a little bit like my IWC Big Pilot, which is so freaking cool. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I love it with the red second hand. Anyways, that's a feature that I really liked a lot. And you're able to pop off the band and quickly put on another watch strap that is a little bit more conducive to the style of that watch face, which is another thing that I thought was pretty awesome. A quick disconnect band, and it's compatible with a lot of other watches. A lot of smartwatches out there have the setup for the band that is similar to like what a Gshock has, which means that it kind of tapers in and relegates you to having one type of band from that manufacturer. With this watch, you can put pretty much any other strap that you want on there, like the old Garmin strap, because it's just a basic 22mm width watch strap, and it's very inexpensive and very easy to find watch straps for that type of watch. And last thing I wanted was something with a speaker. I wanted something that makes sound. My Garmin right now doesn't emit a sound. It doesn't vibrate, which is great, and it lets me know when to wake up and all those things via vibration. Text messages, calendar events, emails, and so does this. But, and it has a really good vibration too, by the way, but this guy also does music. And in the music feature, in the music control section, you can download music to the watch, so that way you can have your watch with you playing music completely separate from the phone, so you don't have to have your phone with you. Go into the music section right here, and we're just going to push play right here, and as you can hear, it's playing music. There's a little speaker right here on the watch, and check it out, the volume is not even all the way up. Yeah, it plays music. It plays audible sounds for alarms and whatnot, and I like that feature, especially the fact that it's completely separate from the phone, so I don't have to have the phone with me in order to play the music. So I think that was a pretty awesome little feature. And lastly, I wanted something that's going to be not too expensive, and coming in around $220, $229, I thought it was a fairly decent price on Amazon's site for Amazfit. And in fact, you can get the regular GTR, not the Pro, for around 170 bucks, which is pretty awesome, especially with all the features that's packed into it. So there you go. I think it's a great watch. It's a great purchase. It's something that I can see lasting for quite a few years. I'm going to try to see if I can get 3 years out of it before it's no longer good. And you know, knowing Amazon and knowing technology and the way things are right now, it'll probably be outdated within a year, because something better and greater will come out and they'll say, oh, we're no longer updating the software for that one. So we'll see what happens. I'm hoping that it's going to be something that I can keep for, you know, a good number of years. I'm just polishing it here while we talk. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe. Look in the description below here. Click down below where you'll see the description, and you should be able to find your link to go get the watch from Amazon at a discounted price. But please like and subscribe. Help me grow the channel, and I look forward to talking to you guys a little bit later on. Bye.